Hey guys, it's Sdanwolf. Welcome back to the channel. You believe we're already on episode 4? This idea kind of came about from, I would say it came from like my experience on looking in on like the Eagle Ridge Eagle Sanctuary from in Dollywood, where that's kind of where this whole thing come about. It's like a rehabilitation center. It's like, think of it as like 4 eagles that couldn't survive back out in the wild. So Lost Creek is a place where they bring them and they can live out their lives here. Or, you know, some of them maybe could be rehabilitated and be able to be sent back to the wild. But the main part I think this would focus on would more so be not so much for rehabilitation, but where they live here and can have like a close to normal life as possible. And I just thought it just fit perfect right here in the little North American area. So this plot kind of sits really directly across from Big Brody. So it sits across from our large grizzly bear. And you'll see here in a few minutes also, somebody was saying, they were kind of making fun of me on the live stream when this was happening, that, you know, the eagles have the grizzly bear right in front of them, and then they have the wolves or the wolf den essentially right behind them. So that was really interesting the way this worked out. But yeah, I have to give a big shout out. Remember, if you're watching this and you don't know a lot about Planet Zoo, or maybe you're kind of new, we don't actually have eagles is the problem. But my buddy Lion Rider has come up with a static eagle prop that I've been able to bring into the game. So I've sat 4 of them here, and this is our little gang of eagles now. So I think it just works out so cool that he made these available to us, to where yes, it's an implied exhibit, but at least we still have something to look at. You know, like you can, if you come into the game or if you're watching these videos, you can instantly tell, oh, okay, it's got like some wild eagles there in that pen, instead of like, you know, just saying like, we wish, you know, we're envisioning something's in here. So, you know, that's a pretty fun part of it too, that we can actually see the little eagles. And then people in the live stream kind of helped me name some of them. We've got Edward, Eric, Leah, we've got Richard, we had Henry, Richard, Eric, and Edward. We're like, well, we need a girl eagle in there. So we come up with Leah, Richard, Eric, and Edward are our 4 rescue eagles right now. And we are about to, where do we turn our attention? Here in a minute, we turn our attention to the actual, this is like me just showing people the different boards and stuff. Because remember, a lot of times if you guys get to come to the live streams, you actually get to watch, like they got to watch me build this live. And then I turn them into time lapses later on for people that don't have the time to come in and watch the live streams. But we have a lot of fun on there. As a matter of fact, by the time you guys are watching this on Tuesday, we've already kind of went in on the stream last night on Monday, and I showed them the part that you guys aren't to yet, even past the wolf section. So we've got another section that'll be a part of episode 4 that you won't see here yet. But like I said, if you get a chance to come in and join those live streams, those are really, really fun to be a part of, because you never really know what I'm going to jump into. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with this one. We got done with a lot more than I thought we were going to. And as a matter of fact, I extend the little path here, and we do a little bit of terrain work, but I go and I actually, well, we were looking at some waterfalls right here, but I have the my little wolf's den, yeah, right here. I have it saved actually a little bit as a blueprint. So we had a really, really good base to go off of to get this designed. And yes, I had a blast trying to get this figured out, and just kind of the excitement knowing how well it was going to fit with the North American area. And yes, we decided to go with the Timberwolves. So technically, right now, we've got the we've got the eagles, we've got the grizzly bear with Big Brody, and we have the wolves. And then we also have, like I said, what's coming in episode 5, the gator trail. So that is going to be another part of Lost Creek I think you guys will really enjoy. And going beyond that, we just had some ideas in the live stream actually from just about an hour ago. Those guys want me to build like a barn with a petting zoo. And I thought that was really, really neat. We're definitely, hopefully going to get started on that. If not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday night. One of these nights coming up, we'll go ahead and get started on the barn and the petting zoo and really let you guys get in and check that out. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. This little part over here was like a part where I thought it was just going to be regularly just kind of walled off and you know, like no opportunity to really see the animals. But then I thought, why not make this another little section where the wolves can come over and you guys can see them? And we did that. We made it happen. But we ended up turning it into a glass piece, which it ended up looking really, really cool as well. It took us a while to get there. I couldn't necessarily like get the curve to work right. But you'll see here in a minute. We get it. I was telling Cybris and a couple other people the wolves are just really, really fun to design for, because you guys know I love the like the rustic kind of setting, that rustic theme, rustic aesthetic. I just you know, Dollywood, wilderness. It's just right up my alley. I just always love and feel like I do my best design work, even over the jungle stuff or the swamp stuff. Always coming back in here. In doing like the more rustic type builds, always just seem like that's where my talent like really reaches its peak. If I don't know anything, I definitely know how to design around like rustic wilderness themes. I just can't design roofs. But other than that, no, guys, like I said, I am still having a ball with this. And now the ideas are really flowing. Leading into and I was kind of nervous leading into all this because we've had such good success with these first 3 episodes. It's always like, as far as like Planet Zoo creators go, particularly content creators, it's always in the back of your mind, like, okay, where, like, what part, when we've done so well, when do I miss, essentially? You know what I'm saying? It's like, when do I hit that part where people are going to be like, don't really like that, man. You got out there a little too far. That's not very believable. This kind of goes against what you had started with Lost Creek. That is kind of what plays into your head a little bit on these builds, like especially when your first couple episodes do really, really good. It leaves you with a thought of, okay, how do I keep this going and make it satisfactory, you know? But luckily, so far, I've been able to keep it rolling. And now, especially with coming off this live stream and some of the ideas these people have given me and all my live stream buddies, we have got a lot more we can roll with. Leaf was actually even talking about maybe getting me some horses. And a guy on my live stream, Dustin and Sumi and them, were saying it would be cool to do like a horse trail, like a nature trail, but like you can do it on horseback and kind of ride up the mountain. That will eventually be kind of in the back of Lost Creek. And I think we can really run with that. Donkeys, sheep. Really, you know, may have to get a little mod heavy in the next couple episodes. But if Lion Rider and Leaf can make that happen for me, I think we can get a really cool like petting zoo, barn, ride area worked out. And you know, another thing too, we still need to give thought to, are we going to design a real creek? I know a lot of you are waiting on that. We have to decide what kind of area, where are we going to start the kind of like some of the backstage and the operation areas. But you know, like I said, I want to do this in a realistic vein, but not put as much constraint on myself as Pine Creek. Lost Creek is more, like we've said from the beginning, think of it more as Pine Creek with more budget, more just like more design liberties. Like this zoo has more money in the bank and has more, just a little more creative freedom than what Pine Creek has to work with. And it's not as old as Pine Creek either. Remember, the infrastructure and everything from Pine Creek started in the 50s. Remember, it was a roadside zoo, kind of like a roadside show zoo that eventually morphed into to like an accredited zoo, where Lost Creek is a spin-off of Pine Creek with more money, and it always had the intention of being like a really big, expensive type project, where we bring in lots and lots of animals. The animal count in Lost Creek is going to be a little more diverse than Pine Creek. And the exhibits, obviously you can see they lend themselves to a little more pop, a little more creative freedom than the budget allowed with Pine Creek. And I think that's why I'm having so much fun with it. I'm trying to keep it realistic, but I'm also keeping that like SDAN over budget feel going, kind of like I did with Bold's lion habitat, where, going in, she knew that I was going to try to keep it budget focused, but at the same time, I was going to do a little bit of SDAN fantasy to it as well. And that build, I think it worked out really, really good. She was really happy with it. I was happy with it. And we didn't do over-the-top waterfalls everywhere. That's what I'm still trying not to do with Lost Creek. Just totally, SDAN you guys to hell and back here with, 8 different waterfalls and giant mountains. And so we're trying to keep it a little subdued, trying to keep a little bit of that realism element that you guys really, really seem to enjoy. And I'm glad we're keeping the time lapses going as well, too. Because remember, guys, a lot of times seems like I get kind of lazy with the time lapses. They just, I don't know, for some reason, I end up going to like the route of let me just show you what I built this week. But as far as with the live streams go, you really don't have an excuse, because as long as you don't do a lot of stopping and talking, these live streams flow just like a real time lapse would, just like if I was sitting here building completely by myself. So that's what's so fun about the live stream trade-off. It's like I get the interaction with you guys, but it also, with me being able to take it from YouTube, it presents itself with the perfect time-lapse opportunity. All I have to do is literally take it from YouTube, download the video, take out the timer, the countdown, and the ending, like, where we kind of stop and sit still and talk a lot, and speed it up to like 7 or 8 times, and boom, you have time-lapse footage. And I know you guys love to come in here and see that, and kind of just see the process unfold. So it's really doing the live streams, as far as the channel goes, it's a win-win. It produces the live content for the interaction that you guys like to have, and it produces me videos in the form of time lapse. So I'm really, really having fun with it. I know we kind of slacked off with the time lapses these last couple of weeks because, just in real life work and stuff has been insanely busy. But I think we're back in a spot now where I have enough time to really sit down and focus on these builds more. I think this must be a spot where we stopped for a long time, kind of checking something out, maybe checking billboards and stuff, or chatting with you guys. But nonetheless, we got a lot done on this stream. I thought this stream was going to be like mainly I know what I know what we did right there. That was the part where we stopped and looked at the Cuban crocodile video that Zoo Knoxville's just brought in a Cuban crocodile, and we stopped to watch that video. But I think the live streams and stuff, they should be back a little bit to normal, at least a few times a week, I would say, backed up with the videos. But yeah, I'm really just having fun with Lost Creek, guys. It's just one of those deals that just kind of sprung on me all of a sudden. and I'm just running with it. It was just might have been one of those times like Linda was saying. You all may know her as Swashnuska, but it was just kind of one of those deals where I just felt like I needed to start a new zoo. I felt like I had some creative stuff going on in my brain, but there was no canvas to really lay down what I was thinking in my head for a build like this. And really sometimes when that happens, the only thing you can do is start a new zoo. So it's really cool. Like, you guys wouldn't believe how many people have messaged me and said, man, ever since you started Lost Creek, it's made me want to start a new zoo, or I started a new zoo now because of Lost Creek. And that is really, really cool. I love it when you guys message me and tell me stuff like that, especially when it comes to like continuing the PZ stuff. But, yep, we actually, even on tonight's or last night's live stream, we jumped back into Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve for a little bit. I don't even think Drew has seen it yet. I didn't see Drew pop into the chat, but Drew's probably going to think I was trolling him or something. But there was a lot of people stop by for it. That was really, really fun. Bold them and Silver Fox, they thought I was trolling everybody when the live stream come up and it said Beyond Wolf Nature Preserve. But no, we really got in and we got a little work done. I got a little work done on the mountain behind where Drew did the little Spanish village. And yeah, so that was a pretty good time. And then we jumped back in, like I said, and showed them a little bit of this. But anyways, I guess I will quit yapping and let's go ahead and jump into the real time. And I'll show you guys around a little bit, and then we will get episode 4 wrapped up, and you guys will have to let me know what you think down below. So hold on one second, we'll jump over to the real time. All right, guys, let me give you a little rundown here of kind of what we accomplished on the stream. So yeah, here's our little eagle sanctuary. So like I said, we've got Leah, Richard, Eric, and Edward. And really, really cool little static props by my buddy Lion Rider. And yeah, so here's our little like eagle corner here, Eagle Ridge. And then of course they lead back here to the Timberwolf section. It's our one little, like our little glass look-through area. Really like the way this little hill come out too. Just kind of, instead of just doing like a regular, you know, non-detailed hill, this just really, I think, almost just like, I know this has nothing to do with anything back here, but it really just kind of adds to the theming of the enclosure, doesn't it? Just having that little bit of, you know, overgrown foliage, rock work back there, just kind of bordering the wolf den, really just kind of makes the whole area just seem like a little more cozy. Like, I don't know. I just like it. I'm definitely gonna take that design. Definitely gonna take that design into consideration moving forward with other enclosures and other projects, just like that. Just like kind of like that little cluttered hill design back there. And then of course I even kind of come in and themed up the keeper area, kind of like the little backstage area a little bit as well. Thought that came out pretty cool. Instead of normally, you know, I'll kind of neglect that. And of course we've got the double barrier fencing that I really wanted to try to keep an eye on and make sure this happened more within Lost Creek instead of like, remember with some of those early enclosures with, Pine Creek, remember Coaster Designer and them were saying, dude, you wouldn't just be able to walk up and put your fingers like right through the fence where there are like massive timber wolves. Like you need the animal barrier, but you also need the people barrier to just kind of keep that little bit of separation. And I think that it comes out killer when we do that. I love that look. And you know, we even kind of continued it down through here, even with the Eagle Sanctuary. Little Eagle Rehabilitation Center. Kind of sitting across from Big Brody. Where's he at? Oh, taking a dip. Would he not absolutely be a fan favorite? like especially like one of the first larger animals you come to inside the zoo. I mean, of course, we know the otters would be a smash hit, but and maybe even an anteater, even the anteater to an extent, kind of being over here at the entrance. But you know, when people made their way up through here, the first thing they'd be looking for is seeing if Big Brody's over here in his pool or not. Really, really cool. But yeah, guys, we still have some big plans for Lost Creek. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm definitely enjoying it. Looking forward to keeping it going. We've got some really cool ideas from the live stream, like I just mentioned. So definitely come back and try to hang out with us. And be ready for something to be here for episode 5. This little whole area actually has some new little critters for us to enjoy. So if you get to come back and take a look at episode 5, hopefully comes out towards the end of this week, maybe middle of this week, you will get to see what has taken up that spot right there. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'm Sdanwolf. Thank you for stopping by as always and hanging out with me. Let me know what you think about this video down below. And yes, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. See ya. Like nothing can